My Bloody Valentine is a 1981 slasher horror film set in the coal mining town of Valentine Bluffs. The film revolves around a series of gruesome murders that occur on Valentine's Day, committed by a mysterious figure in a mining suit and gas mask. The town's residents, who were forced to cancel the holiday celebrations after a tragic mining accident years prior, must now band together to stop the killer and uncover the truth behind the masked murderer's identity. The film is known for its tense atmosphere, graphic violence, and twist ending, making it a standout in the slasher genre. Okay, so let's delve into the making of My Bloody Valentine.
One is dead, and so are you?
My Bloody Valentine is a 1981 slasher film that was directed by George Mihalka and written by John Beard, and apologies if I messed that name up. The film was released on February 11th, 1981 to take advantage of the Valentine's holiday. During this time period, a number of slasher films were based on holidays like Halloween, Mother's Day, Christmas Evil, and New Year's Evil. The production wanted to add their own take to the holiday madness, but used the title The Secret. No, not that The Secret, but they used the title The Secret in order to be the first to take advantage of the holiday for lovers. The story of the film takes place in the small mining town of Valentine's Bluffs, where a group of miners is trapped underground after a cave-in. The miners, who are running low on oxygen, have to resort to cannibalism in order to survive. One of the miners, Harry Warden, is rescued but left in a coma for a year. When he awakes, he goes on a killing spree in the town on Valentine's Day, wearing a mining mask and a suit of mining gear. Celebrating the holiday has since been banned in the town ever since, in case Harry Warden ever decided to come back. The film follows a group of young miners.
Miners, not miners.
You lost me.
As they decide to put on the first Valentine's celebration in 20 years. Some of the older folks, like Mabel, who owns the town's laundromat, are excited at the chance to celebrate Valentine's Day once again. Others, like Happy, the owner of the town's tavern, not so much. In fact, he tells the young miners the story of Harry Warden, but the kids aren't having it, thinking it's just a ghost story. The central characters are TJ, played by Paul Kellman, who is the son of the mine's owner and has come back after leaving town to find fame and fortune out on the West Coast. It's never exactly stated what he tried to do, but in my headcanon, he wanted to be a singer for an all-girls band, but he didn't make the cut. Then there's Sarah, who's played by Lori Hallier. Now, she was the girlfriend of TJ, who feels jilted and hurt that he left town and didn't take her with him. She doesn't really have much to do in this movie except be the MacGuffin that serves to bring tension between TJ and the other lead character, Axel. No, not that Axel, but this Axel. And this Axel was played as Axel, not what it just sounded like I said. So, Axel was played by Neil Affleck, no relation, and is now Sarah's boyfriend. So you have this love triangle that's going around on Valentine's Day. The supporting characters rounding out the film are, for the most part, cannon fodder, but Keith Knight's Hollis, try saying that 5 times fast, stands out as one of the more interesting characters, and I was actually kind of rooting for him to survive. So, just before Valentine's Day, there's a grisly murder, a girl found dead. The local sheriff wants to keep things quiet, but starts having a hard time after Mabel is discovered brutally murdered as well. So he tries to put the story out that it's just a heart attack, but no one's buying. The sheriff looks into the current whereabouts of Harry Warden, who is supposed to have been institutionalized for the past 2 decades, but no records can be found if either he was released or if he's dead. But in order to prevent any more murders, the sheriff declares that all Valentine's events are canceled. Well, the miners aren't having it and decide to have a secret party in the mines itself. There, Harry Warden tracks them down and starts killing them off one by one. The sheriff eventually discovers that Harry Warden has been dead for 5 years, so someone else must be doing the murders, being a copycat killer. Who could it be? Another notable aspect of My Bloody Valentine is its use of suspense. The film does an excellent job of building tension and keeping the audience on edge throughout its running time. This is achieved through the use of dark and creepy settings, intense camera work, and a haunting score that adds to the overall atmosphere of the film. The film also features several jump scares that are sure to startle viewers and keep them on the edge of their seat. My Bloody Valentine is also known for its gore and violence, which was quite controversial at the time of its release. In fact, about 10 minutes of the film had to be cut in order to secure an R rating. The film's practical effects are impressive, and the gory scenes are well executed and effectively add to the overall horror of the film. However, when the film was released, it received mediocre reviews from critics and fans and was ultimately considered a flop. It did eventually find its audience at video stores and late-night TV, which is where I first saw it on our local Shock Theater when I was about 13. It's now considered a cult classic and has many fans. So in conclusion, My Bloody Valentine is a classic slasher film that has stood the test of time. Its unique setting and suspenseful atmosphere, effective use of gore and violence make it a standout in the slasher genre. Now, despite being released over 40 years ago, the film remains a favorite among horror fans and is considered to be one of the best slasher films of all time. And though it was left open-ended for a sequel that never came to be, it has since gone on to spawn a remake in 2009, a novelization, and even a board game. Now, the Irish 80s group My Bloody Valentine insists that the name of their band did not come from the movie, as they were unaware of it at the time. But maybe that's their story and they're sticking with it. Now, whether you're a fan of horror genre and just looking for a good scare, My Bloody Valentine is a film that is definitely worth watching. Well, folks, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If I've earned your subscription, please click that red link down below and give me a thumbs up. And lastly, remember, you can't take it with you, so give the gift of life and make sure you're an organ donor. And until next time, my name is Richard, and this has been The Horror, The Terror. Be spooky.